song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, and they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs with sepia tone love.
Our meeting today is for Carla in Florida. Sorry to put pressure on you, Carla, but everyone is here for you. Well, they're also here for themselves, because the theme for this meeting is reevaluating the dream. That's the goal that led most of us to start this business in the first place. Carla has been investigating the printed and promotional products business for a couple years. She's been looking at the past programs some of us invested in, and she's now comparing it to the Coastal I-Team program. So here's the chance for the rest of you to advise her. Hey, you can scare her away from this business if you want, but in giving her advice, I'm hoping we'll all think about how best to energize or possibly re-energize our own dreams and goals. Now, I'm going to play you a short Tony Robbins video, and after that, and after Jerry makes some announcements, we'll do a quick run-through for Carla of the Coastal equipment packages, and then open it up to her questions and to your advice. But it's not just about equipment and training and websites. Those are merely the tools we use, and if we don't start by examining the dream that motivates us, then the tools become like many tools in your garage. They're great, they made Home Depot a lot of money, but that deck never gets built, and even that dripping faucet sometimes never gets fixed. I'm about to show you a brief Tony Robbins piece about the art of fulfillment. He will explain there are two parts to this. One, realizing that life and business should be about contribution to others. Success is about we, not me. It's what I-Team means, which, if you think about it, is a diametric name. I, me, team, we. Robbins says that contribution to others is how success is measured. Then he says the art of fulfillment depends on the meaning we ourselves place on our own lives. Are we unhappy because the economy isn't treating us as well as it used to? Or do we choose to be proud of ourselves and happy about how well we are doing with the cards we have been dealt? If we serve others, it comes together. It's easier to adopt a happy, fulfilling meaning in our businesses. Way back in the 80s, I was in the solar sales business, and I had the best sales manager I've ever met. Old Stan. He was a big Southern gentleman, and he used to preach to us at almost every meeting, "Let no one seek his own, but let everyone seek another's wealth." That was his Southern drawl. "That's what we do at First American Solar," he'd say. And in fact, I made a bunch of money working for Stan, sent my kids to college before they were even born, and I carried that motto, that notion, into my years in trade shows, marketing home business programs in the printed and promotional products business that many of you joined and invested in. And in fact, I made a bunch of money there too. So let me give you this brief video from Tony Robbins.
This is life and enterprise management. And so as a result, we want to make sure we work on both. We want to create a system that allows you to succeed in both areas, life and your enterprise. By the way, which one would you say is more valuable? Which one? That's not how most people live the game. Most people make it the enterprise. The most important element is for you to be able to do this, to be able to establish, most importantly, where you really are in your life today. Where are you? And where do you really want to go? What's going to create this extraordinary life? And to look at it brand new. Because once we get, into a dream, then that dream starts to take on a life of its own. It gives us juice, it gives us energy. But how many of you ever got the dream, achieved your goal, and then thought, is this all there is? You've got to separate the vehicle from the outcome. What is it that's going to truly fulfill you? What is it that's going to give you that extraordinary life? What's going to make things magnificent on your terms, not somebody else's terms? Sometimes you got to reevaluate what's going to really make you fulfilled. What is your gift? Are you an artist? Are you the talent that can produce something no one else produces as a skill or a product or a service or some impact? Are you incredibly good at management? You really know how to manage or lead people? Are you an extraordinary entrepreneur that has and can create the vision and attract the talent that you need and the managers and leaders? You may have all three abilities, but which one really fulfills you the most is going to be the critical question. See, again, the secret's going to be this. what is an extraordinary life on your terms today? Getting clear about that. At this stage of life, where you are, where you want to go. At some level, you have a blueprint, a mindset, a belief system, a philosophy, a set of values that says, if I master this thing called my life or my enterprise, then I'll have this great feeling. But what's really interesting about life, I believe that extraordinary life, however you define it, has two master skills to it. The first skill is the science of achievement. At various levels of business, or as an individual artist or talent, or as an entrepreneur, or as a manager or leader, as an investor. I mean, everybody in this room, most of you in this room, have really hit the jackpot by most of the world's standards, even though most of you think it's still not enough. But the science of achievement is a skill. It is a science. There are laws. But the reason I love business is I see business as the ability to take the invisible and make it visible. I think that is what spirituality and creation is. It's about how can I find the gift I have to give the world. But the second skill of life is less focused on, and if you're going to create and grow an extraordinary life, you've got to master the second. And that second master skill is the art of fulfillment. I call it an art because art is like what one person thinks is beautiful, somebody else may think is ugly. But what you have to be able to do is find out what is it for you that's going to fulfill you. And I'll tell you there's two primary elements to that. You've got to figure out what is your gift that's going to give you a sense of meaning, because you can't be fulfilled without a sense of contribution. So success without fulfillment, that's called failure. Do you know somebody who's got everything they thought they wanted and they're not fulfilled? They got a real problem. So what's going to make you fulfilled? Finding your gift, contribution. Life's not about me, it's about we. If we feel like we're contributing to someone else, then we don't just get something, we become something. And what you get never makes you happy long term. Who you become makes you very happy or very sad. So part of that art of fulfillment is, what's my contribution? The second part of it is appreciation. Some of you are contributing, but you're not taking the time to really appreciate. You're not noticing. Every moment of your life, you got to decide, what are you going to focus on, and what does it mean, and what are you going to do? Is it the end of the beginning? Are you being punished or rewarded? Meaning is where all life is shaped, and you have the power to change the meaning. How fast? But you better ask a better question or come up with a better answer.
Thanks for joining our webinar tonight, everybody, on this beautiful April 1st, April Fool's Day. I hope nobody played too many April Fool's jokes on you today. I had a few this morning, of course. Kim and I started our dream back in 2009 in this business, and our dream continues to grow and really took a leap when I met Fred Martin through one of his How to Pad Print videos about 3 years ago, and never dreamed at that point when I talked to him on the phone that we'd be doing this together right now. And I hope all your dreams are coming true also. I'd like to make sure everybody knows about our Facebook group. I keep repeating myself, but I haven't seen all of you on there yet. If you would, please join it, make some comments, answer some questions, ask some questions. Marlene, I got my balloon machine today. It's still in the box, but after the webinar, I'll be back at Christmas Day and I'll unpack it and see what we can do. So I appreciate your help on that. SelfEmployedU.com is the Facebook page. Come join us. It'll help everybody. We'll be looking at equipment tomorrow night. We got the Sawgrass printers have come into Coastal, and they're already out of stock. I think I got a couple dozen of them in 2 days ago. But the only way we're going to get them is if you want one. I think the next expected date is maybe a week or so away. Just a reminder, ITEAM, just all one word, no dash. And that'll get you a discount on all your supplies, consumables. Coastal will give us a great package deal that will throw in a lot of your supplies and the things you need with that equipment, so you'll get a great deal by using the ITEAM code on that. And I'd also like to introduce the executive committee. Kim and I, we have 2 children. Nick's 24 and our daughter's 22. And they both went with training for the business. They're great sales reps because who they know are our customers. Sue and Ben Parker. Ben's doing great with our email list. And I know Sue's an active operator. Never get a chance to thank Fred and Glenna Martin. Without them, none of us would be here. Fred's been in this business a long time, but I think his dream is really coming true with this group that he started a few years ago. And it's just all falling into place now. We thank all of you for that. We got Bob, and that's actually Greta written. I'm sure she's great, Bob. but I think Fred misspelled her name. They're great with outsourcing orders, and I think Bob was going to work on getting us preferred suppliers list too. I know he's got some already. Then, of course, Marlena and Larry Gore. Marlena with the balloons, I know she ordered, I'm thinking maybe 5 or 6 packages already. Like I said, mine came today. I can't wait to use it. I know it's just going to really help our business just by drawing attention to us. My wife Kim talked to the local florist, and he's all ready to start selling our balloons in his flower shop. He said he'd never heard of it, which is hard to believe. Aaron Montgomery with Coastal, help us any way he can. He's putting these packages together that are not available to everyone, just our group. So give me a call in what you're interested in, and we'll send you the package list. And tomorrow night, if you can tune in with us, we'll have the Coastal package also. We got a lot of new members from the Coastal system that'll be joining our iTeam group also.
If you join iTeam and you have strictly been in the product decorating business before, you're now in the promotional products brokering business, the great $20 billion world of ASI. We did a whole session on consignment that I thought was pretty good for schools, churches, charities, and retail consignment. Aaron did a wonderful presentation, which we have just a snippet of. Great presentation on the Oki Data digital screen printing system, and we'll have and Kelly did this fantastic session on promotional products and how some of the preferred suppliers will help you market. They will take you under their wing and give you all the tools you need. Brian Ezassman went through all the details and back-end services of what I must say is our incredible promotional products search engine at our websites. Our hub website, for those of you who are new, is SelfEmployedU.com. You can join us for free if you're not already an iTeam member. If you're a guest here tonight, welcome. You can visit a lot of our iTeam member websites right there off the home page. They have links. Download our opportunity brochure, and there's the tab for the archive. All right, Jerry, down to business. We have Carla, and I promise not to embarrass her tonight. I will say she lives in Florida. Carla is looking at this business for the first time. So when we said to Carla, well, we'll hold a special webinar for you and present some packages, it suddenly dawned on me after I hung up the phone, now wait a minute, here's an opportunity to have all of you to answer Carla's questions and give her advice. That's kind of how we formulated it tonight, and that's why I got the What Was I Inking lady, thinking we could really hit on this theme. You know, what was our original dream when we got involved in this thing? Why did we make this investment to begin with? Because sometimes that gets skewed. Sometimes it gets altered, or we forget it, or life buries it. And if you go back to the original founding principle, you go, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, that was exciting. And you can recapture it, or you can alter it, or we can talk about what went right and what went wrong. So that was the idea here. Why the equipment element of this? And if you ask most of the people on this call, they'll say, well, I got involved in home product imprinting equipment, home-based or store-based. A lot of people listening have a storefront, because it's the really fun and the creative part. Now, I wanted to open this up.
Sounds good. Do we want to open up anybody's mics, Fred?
I would first ask Carla, does she have any questions? Does she want to say anything?
Hi, Carla. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. This was very informative.
Well, good. We're all here to help. So if you got any questions, or you can type some questions into the question box. We can put a few people on to answer them, or you just want to ask the question?
No, I think you all were very, you covered the equipment really well, which is what I was really interested in seeing, what you were offering now and the cost of it. Mainly, I would be curious about the way you all market the business,
right,
and really get it out there to the and your customers and clients.
That's what our iTeam meetings cover each week. Everybody's got different ideas on how to get customers. I've learned a lot since we started doing these in the last 5 or 6 weeks or so. And I'm also the Facebook group also. If you check on there, we can learn a lot from that too. And I've been posting a lot of videos on how to from Coastal on that. The iTeam is a group to help each other.
And in the webinar tomorrow night, we have a 14-minute video that goes into the specific of the website marketing system that you would be receiving with any of the packages we've shown you tonight. May I ask Ruby Hancock's to comment? Do you want to tell her, flee, run away, this is a bunch of nonsense, or tell her a few words about your experience? Can you turn on Ruby's mic for us?
Hi, Ruby.
Hello there. How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine. Since we met at that LA County Fairgrounds at the Home Business Expo, I was there looking for an actual workable home business. I have been searching for something that I could realistically do and enjoy doing at home. Huge room. I walked the entire room. And as I was leaving, I looked over and saw Fred. Fred was doing pad printing on a golf ball, and then he did a mug, and then I saw him do a shirt. And so I was captivated at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, this is something that I know that I could do, you know, from home. I have a room that I can have my office in, and from there, I just knew right there that that was something that I could do. Once I started talking to them and they gave me the layout of the program, the fact that this was an industry that had growth in the unstable financial meltdown years, as well the flexibility of it. And as I began to just grow in it, as I've grown, I'm entering into my third year, and my background is not even sales. My background is law enforcement and other public sector careers. So during the financial meltdown, my position was eliminated due to the bottom falling out of everything financially in the public sector. So I wanted to, it's like, forget it. I got enough time in, I can take a pension, get full medical, and then do my own thing from home. You know, I've never looked back. I went to the training in January of 2013, and that got me started. It's impossible to be bored. And with me, that's a problem. I get bored. I can't have the same thing going on every day forever and ever. But there is huge possibilities. You can have it your way. Whatever your vision is, you can actually sit down and find a way to work it out. But the thing of it is that if you want to broker, you can broker. If you want to have equipment and do it, which is a really good idea, you can do low quantities quickly and for a good price. As far as the marketing is concerned, it's like fishing. What a good spot is for me may not be for someone else, but it all works with the marketing. It's an ongoing process. It's not an event. It's a process. So it's something that they're continually doing. And what I enjoy doing right now is the outdoor market. So what I'm really doing, promoting myself. I have T-shirts with great print jobs that I hand out, prospective accounts, prospective businesses to gatekeepers, people who I have to get through to get to the people that I need to talk to in order to land a client. It's pretty much promoting myself, which is so fun. I like to get out and about outdoors and do the outdoor market. I'm somewhat like Fred. I love to do mugs. I love T-shirts, and I've done some good designs. And, you know, there's just so much to look forward to. Now I'm looking at the Oki printer. As technology progresses, your vision progresses. I mean, it's just a wide open industry that is so flexible that you can just mold it and shape it and grow in it, and there's just so much growth. There's always something more, and I'm someone who loves learning and loves growing, so I know I'm in the right place with this business. It's wonderful, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm having a ball.
Oh, mercy, Ruby. People like you is worth devoting a career to. I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Thank you. But then, wait, one more thing. I just want to say, when we all can get together like this and trade ideas, I mean, you got Kelly and Bryony and Aaron and Jerry and Fred, everybody that put in one big pot and just have a delicious stew. And you just look forward to Wednesdays because there's something there to be had, something more to taste and build, and I don't know. I just know I'm in the right place, and this is where I'm going to be.
Thank you so much. Do we have Marlena?
I'm here.
There she is.
Okay, Marlena is from...
I'm here.
She's from Sastoria, Oregon, because she's really sassy, but you're in charge of our balloons. Hey, do you have anything to say to Carla about why she should avoid this like the plague?
Oh, not really. If you are looking for something to give people an idea of who you are, then this is what you want. I'm not one that I can't sit and do nothing. I am always on the go. Think hard and put your heart into it. And the I-Team has been supportive beyond belief. I've gotten ideas where to go for things, how to get the things that you need.
But you've created a business within a business because you are a leader in this balloon stuffer business, which we'll try to mention maybe tomorrow evening again.
Well, balloons are great. Not everybody has them, and enormous ideas that you can do when you stuff a balloon.
Well, thank you, Marlena. Thanks very much. And is Kelly Causey here from Dallas?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Fred. Hi, Marlena.
Say hi to Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Okay, Kelly, I met you in Dallas. You have just amazed me ever since. You come from a business background and you've landed Six Flags Over Texas. What's that little Bush League team you have down there in football? I forget. You do printing for them.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, Dallas Cowboys. So would you recommend someone enter this business?
Without a doubt, it's so many opportunities, and it's a really fun business to be in. You can live right next to a person that's doing the same thing, and they will not interfere with your business. It's enough business to go around.
And you live right near Martha Taylor, who's also one of our folks.
Oh, yeah. I live, stone throw away. Martha and I get together, and we're talking about getting together now to work on our balloon. Feel free, Carla, to call me, and if you have any questions, I'd love to help, and I'll be glad to hear from you.
Well, thank you, Kelly. You've just been a huge help to all of us. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Did Bob get on?
Hey, Bob, you out there?
Yeah, I'm out here.
Are just an enormous resource for all the rest of us because you've been in it a little longer than me. How do you feel about someone looking at this for the first time?
You know, if you're looking for a home-based business that you can succeed at, there's probably nothing a little more profitable really than getting into the promotional products industry, because there's so many different facets to it and so many different things you can do. I started out just selling corporate recognition programs to corporations, and then transferred over into promotional products, and it just kind of evolved. We've been doing this now, like Fred says, for at least 30 years. Or it's never ceases to amaze me where the business comes from. And if you get out and you meet people and you network and you just talk about what you do, and if you listen to the customer will tell you what they want. If they know what you do, they'll say, hey, you know, I've been looking at, can you do this? And you can say, well, sure, I can do that. Then you go home and figure out how to do it. But it's a fun business because it's never the same.
So, you know, it's such an honor for me to have somebody who is such a veteran in this business be part of this.
But Fred also got me into this business basically at a home show, pad printing golf balls again. And we just got intrigued by the whole idea of doing it ourselves. And really the nice thing about this whole business is you can do smaller quantities. I was always stuck. New Mexico does not have huge corporations in it. We have a lot of small businesses here. And so when you go into somebody and they say, well, can I get some coffee cups? And I say, well, yeah, if you want to order 72 pieces. And they say, well, geez, I only need 10. It made it difficult to begin with because I didn't know how to get 10 coffee cups. But now I can do one. It's amazing how that business, once you do 1 or 2 or 3 items for somebody, how all of a sudden it turns into a really big order, because all of a sudden they say, yeah, you know what, I can use 1,000 of these and 200 of those, and it's amazing how it grows. So I never worry about doing small quantities because small quantities generally get me big quantities.
Got a few questions, Fred. I think we could hit them real quick. Karen asked about the tiles. Does the color stay on them if you walk on them? So it's like a gas ink that goes into these things, so it's not going to rub off like something else would rub off a regular ink or a paint. It's like embedded into the sublimatable surface. And as far as ink,
many years of doing seminars, people saying, well, does the ink wash off? You know, I would, after 2 hours seminar, you get slap happy and you go, well, yeah, that's how we get our repeat business.
Right.
And for some reason that would elicit a laugh. But with dye sublimation, it is indelible. I mean, I can tell you that from coffee cups, which are the same as tiles. So you can do shower backdrops, you can do kitchen backdrop. The thing I'm exploring with tiles, Jerry, and please comment, is the texture. You know, a completely slick, flat, the floor tile is not the greatest idea in all environments, but they do have textured tiles even, don't they?
Yeah, a slick floor tile near a pool would not be a good thing or on a rainy day. But yeah, there's different sizes, different shapes, all kinds of different options for that. And another comment on the sublimation printer, for years there were problems with mainly with the Epson printers, which we don't offer, with the ink getting clogged. We've never had an ink clog in our Rico, and everything you read on these Ricos, and the Sawgrass is even better than that with their inks, because they had the inks for both of them, the Rico and Sawgrass, but they don't clog. There's no cleaning the heads. There's an ink waste tray that we've had to clean once in the last 3 years, pull it out and pop a new one in. That's the basic maintenance on your sublimation printers. Like DTG, I read nightmares about it, and I'm sure there's good ones out there, but I just don't want to take the plunge. And another question we have is about, do we take financing? They take credit cards, I know, things like, and I know we're looking at taking in credit cards for the Self-Employed You portion also.
For many years, we tried leasing companies and financing, and many people started this business through leasing companies, and in my opinion, it was terrible and usurious. You're talking about 10%, 12%, 15% interest rates, when in fact it was much cheaper and easier to get financing from either credit cards or, better yet, HELOC loans. And so we'd like to talk to you about that. If you own a house, you have an incredible finance thing that's 3 or 4%. If you want somebody to give you a lease on a new business, you're talking 10 or 15%. So we'll talk to you about that. And I have some bankers who are very interested in talking to you either about putting on a credit card, 10%, or home equity finance. Last year at the old company, we had trade in your pad printer. My impulse is, first, pad printers are a pretty good business. And so I think we need to do an I-team meeting or two on how you can actually make money with the pad printer.
The creator of the Pet Rock passed away yesterday, unfortunately. But can you imagine if we bring that business back, pad printing pet rocks?
Oh, mercy, I'm sad. Yeah, no, there is no way to print a rock or a golf ball or a globular glass Christmas ornament. There's huge markets in pad printing, and I'm afraid if many of you are sitting there with a pad printer to teach you how to make $200 an hour with that very simple machine. I'm still, after 20-some years, enthusiastic about pad printing. I still frequently do it.
Yeah, I think we could still handle tech support questions on, I guess, pad printing, and I could do them on screen printing. So if anybody gets stuck with that,
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that, because, yeah, I'd love to give tech support on pad printing. The charge for that will be $0.
Sounds like a fair price. Same here on the screen printing. I could do that in my sleep now, I think, if I had to. Any other questions, email Fred or myself, or please get on Facebook. Because when you ask questions on Facebook, we all get to see the questions and we all get to see the answers.
Pretty good meeting. Great privilege to have your time and attention.
You can just buy an OP printer, and we can put a package together with the website and the supplies you need, if that's all you would like to get at this time. Or same thing for sublimation or vinyl cutters also. We can mix and match and put a good package together for you. And when we do that, Coastal will give us some special pricing to allow us to do that. So just let us know what you're looking at, and we'll build a package for you.
Same thing for a website. We're absolutely custom. We're not business in a box. We're a co-op here. We're not a biz-op company. We custom tailor things. I mean, membership is absolutely free of charge. Keep coming back. Charge you nothing. But any of what we're collectively offering here is completely custom. It's completely tailored to what you want, what you need.
I've gotten more benefit out of my new website in the last, well, I guess 2-3 months than I had in my first 6 years with other websites.
Oh, thank you. You made my day.
It's well, it makes ours every day when we get to use it, and we're able to use it. That's the main thing.
I am wanting to just finish here, and I don't have the proper phone numbers. I'm just wanting to finish here with a phone number. There's mine.
Who's a bunny?
The bunny. Bad word. Man in Easter Bunny costume.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a nice Easter if we don't see you. No meeting on Saturday. Have a nice holiday weekend.
God bless you all.
Thank you.